Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL action, headed to the AFC North where the Steelers are taking on the Browns. So 2020 is almost over, thank goodness, and we've got a promo code to celebrate. The code is 2021 for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Cleveland favoring this one -6.5. The total is 42.5. The Steelers 12-3, 9-6 against the number, and of course coming off their first win in a while, winning over the Colts, a nice little comeback win for the Steelers. And then you've got the Browns coming off a loss to the Jets. I know the Browns were down quite a few of their receivers, but still, this is a Browns team that has a really good run game and altogether should be a good team, and they lost to the Jets. So not sure where to lean on this one, especially since as of taping, we're not sure if the Steelers will be resting their starters. The Browns do need to win this game to lock in a playoff spot. There's four teams I think competing for three spots, or maybe it's five teams competing for four spots. But bottom line, the Browns need to win. So we've got Craig Trapp joining us to break this one all down. Craig, who you got in this AFC North matchup?
Well, the Browns have to be maybe thanking the Steelers, because if the Steelers don't come back from that 21 points down in the second half and beat the Colts, the Steelers would have to win this game. And if they do, they would knock the Browns out of contention. Now, Pittsburgh's squarely in. They've already won the North. And, the line suggesting that they're going to be resting. The line opened at 4. It's all the way up to 6.5. Even see a couple small places with 7s out there. So that's telling me that they believe the Pittsburgh's going to rest some of these guys that are a little banged up. And the Browns are obviously the team that is desperate. If they win, they're in. And, but to me, it's like you lose to the Jets. It's like, I don't care who you're missing. They have the best run game in the league, I believe. And they couldn't run the ball against the Jets. And now you face a Steelers team that is really good against the run. I just think you have to take Pittsburgh here. Even if they rest the guys, you can't rest everybody. You have to play some of these guys. The rosters aren't that deep that you can rest everybody. I think that defense will be able to slow down the Browns. If you're going to give me 6.5 or 7 points, I'm going to take Pittsburgh Steelers that need to put some wins together. I mean, even though they won last week, they were down 21, like I said, in the second half to the Colts. So Pittsburgh, even if they don't win, they just need to play better. And I think they're going to do that. And I think that means this game will be a lot closer than this line suggests.
Right. I think that's the dilemma for Mike Tomlin right now, is deciding if he wants to play those starters, just because I think the Steelers need to get some momentum heading into the playoff. They were on a really rough stretch there where they could not get the offense going, and that's still kind of a problem for them. The way that they're not able to run the ball effectively, and I know some of that's just game plan, and the fact that Big Ben threw it 49 times last game doesn't allow for a whole lot of running the football, but they only had 22 yards rushing. I'm not sure if this is a Steelers team that needs to be coasting into the playoffs. I think they probably need to make sure they have their horses in order. And then on the Browns side, Baker threw 53 times in that loss to the Jets, and you have two of the best running backs in the league, and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Not sure what they're doing there when it comes to the play calling, but you'd think that this game would have to be a little bit different, at least get some of those guys going, because they only had 45 yards rushing, and that's with, I said, two of the better running backs in the league. So any other things that you're looking for in this one? Obviously 42.5 is a really low number, and I think that's kind of assuming that some of the starters won't play for the Steelers. What will you be eyeing throughout the week when it comes to some of these lines moving and maybe the total in this one?
The one, I guess, player that would worry me, because he's just at his age, will Big Ben play? If he doesn't play, then we've seen years past, they just don't have good depth at quarterback, haven't for a decade. Then I would probably maybe change my mind. I definitely think the under is a play here, because I just think Pittsburgh would like to try to establish a run. I know Cleveland, after last week, like you said, having Baker throw it so many times and with the receivers out, why would you not run the ball? I think this week they will fix that. Cleveland will run the ball a lot better and will give a lot more opportunities to Hunt and company and Chubb. And I think they'll run the ball well. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. So that's why I kind of like Pittsburgh plus the points.
And then one final note, just because it is that time of year, just keep your eye out for the weather in Cleveland, because they have had some bad weather games there if you are banking on a total. But that's going to do it for our NFL talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Craig Trapp. As always, Craig, thanks for joining us.